Had a rerun it again. Forgive Run came off a 6-month break, put the blinkers on at Seymour, went terrible with the blinkers, took the blinkers off against Penny Lover. Fourth horse comes out and wins out of that race at its next start. Got too far back, ran on well, 1,700 metres today against a lot of dead wood. He looks to have a great chance in the race. Irish Rhapsody, which is horse number 5, coming across from the Hayes Yard. On track at around the $5 quote, has been to the races now just on the 2 occasions by Stravinsky. Had a Rosa Tralee, so a great pedigree, a pedigree to get the distance, no worries. First run at Strathalbyn, went okay. Number 3's jumped, which one? Number 2, Desert Bunny. Peter Mertens, one of the favourites, has dumped the rider. Okay, we'll keep you up to date there. Nigel Blackiston's going to be our interview, but he'll be out running around seeing what's going on with Desert Bunny. This will be very important. Back to Irish Rhapsody. Last time out, the horse was a Forgive Run at Strathalbyn against moderate opposition, but the stable keen enough to bring it over here to race in this grade today. Gee, it doesn't have to be too good to beat these. Blinkers off, winkers go on. Rawilla rides again. That's a big plus. Where's the bunny? The bunny's up to the 1,000. He's off and gone. So if you're back Desert Bunny and you're on something else in the race at a price on a call of 152%, you're going to get hit with big deductions here if this comes out. Tate's the place to be. Down to number 7, Regal Czar. Finished 4th at Pakenham against Fer de Lance at its 3rd run this preparation. Horse got back, ran on okay. Not totally hopeless on that performance. That's number 7, Regal Czar. Danny Adam riding for Gary Mallison from Cranbourne. Down to Seattle City. Chris Simons has picked up the ride here. Finished down the track at its last run at Moe. Comes off a 13-week break. Form pretty moderate last preparation. May just struggle. Number 9 is Sentimental Journey in the green and the purple stars. Looked really well in the yard. It was one of probably 2 or 3 horses that completely stood out in the yard. First run back from a break, or first run in a race at the short course at Mornington. Not totally hopeless. Then came out at Benalla, ran on okay against Booby Yella, Autumn Flow. Just the way the horse presented in the yard, I didn't really have it in the ratings. I would lift it up dramatically. It looked really well. Number 10, Bowen Beauty. No knock on the way Bowen Beauty looked in the yard. Down the track at Moe last time out. That was over 1,600 metres. Did a bit of work in the run, dropped out. Stalled before that first up. Went okay against Darwin. Second horse comes out, wins at Cranbourne. Should I say Warrnambool during the carnival. Will run the trip right out. Gets a soft run from gate number 1's got a hope. Jumbo Jet missed down the track at Pakenham against Fer de Lance last time out. Lightly framed little thing, struggling to win a race. No. Number 13, I'll have to whip through these pretty quickly, folks. I'm sorry about that, is Lola Brigida. Big and woolly in the coat as it paraded in the mounting yard. Has had 4 or 5 runs back from a spell. Wasn't totally hopeless against Hammer Trigger last time out. This is such a weak race. You wouldn't say it couldn't win. Down to number 14, Lots of Money. Lots of Money coming off a second at Moe. Has been to the races 21 times, yet to break through. Has had 2 runs back from a short break at Moe last time out. That's the race Jumbo Jet miscompeted in, over 2,050 metres. Was held by Ruby Beads, who went to Mornington, failed on a heavy track. Wasn't totally hopeless. Could run a drum, but wouldn't win, you wouldn't think. Matress number 15, big gear change. Blinkers go on today. Spiteri rides. Filly by Commands. Robbie Griffiths looked pretty well in the yard. 4th last time out to Carnegie Dasher. I think that form line's good enough to win this race today. Runs before that, not too bad at Kyneton over a trip that wasn't suitable. To Sale, where Robbie's horses race so well, looks to be a big chance. Princess Chiron. Princess Chiron has had a 3rd at Stall to Dom Perignon over 1,300 metres. Ballarat against Royal Striker. That run was okay. Form out of that race holds up big time in comparison to these. Stall last time out. Horse battled on fairly, was safely held on slow ground. Gets back to a drier track today in a weak race. Definite chance. Clear Dominance, which is horse number 18. Big, strong horse. He wasn't too bad his first run at Sale. Then went to Bendigo. Shade speed against Shocking. Led up and weakened right out of it. He's a big boy. Wouldn't totally surprise if he was able to run 3rd or 4th at best. Huli Jing saw this horse at Sale first run. Too short, 1,100 metres. Worked the line okay. Second run went to Bendigo. Got pretty well held there, but can't overlook that performance. Warrnambool wasn't too bad against El Catino. Made up late ground, 1,400 metres. And I think it's clearly the best roughie of the day at about 15 or 16 to 1. Now, Desert Bunny's out. So the bunny is no more. He's a scratching. $4.20 on track with the bookmakers on 151%. So if you've had a bet there with the bookmakers, you're going to be hammered with those deductions. Tote the place to play. So we'll have to wait for a revised market. Revised tips now: 15 Maitresse, 19 Huli Jing, and I'll put in Sentimental Journey just the way it looked in the yard. That's horse number 9. It was the pick in the yard for sure and certain, or certainly in the top 2 or 3. The other horses that looked well in the yard was Desert Bunny, one of them. Irish Rhapsody looked okay. Bow and Beauty, number 10, looked well in the yard. Maitresse looked okay. Princess Sharon, I've got fair. Clear Dominance, okay. Huli Jing looked well. From the yard, the best ones that I saw were the 2, the 9, then we go to the 15 and the 19 and also the 10. They were the horses that I thought presented best in the yard. Okay, can we update this market on the tote? No, Desert Bunny is still in my pool. We might head up to Adam, might be able to give us a bit more, but that's a big change around in the betting now, Adam, with that horse coming out.
Yeah, I thought this was his race as well. He got his chance today, but not to be. He cantered a full circuit of the track, but I think what really did it for him was when trying to be shooed into the chute here, he slipped over and he went skidding on his side. He's quite okay, but the steward saw that and thought, no, he's out. So 2:39 order of stewards, Desert Bunny, the favourite. So we're just waiting for an updated market, which should be through shortly. Irish Rhapsody now into 420 and Princess Sharon at around the same price. So they're the 2 popular picks on the tote. And here on course, the bookmakers already winding in their figures. 440 for both of those, Irish Rhapsody and Princess Sharon. So these runners now coming forward. Getting closer to a start for the Monticello's Wine and Spirits maiden. Big field, but we have one less with Desert Bunny, a late scratching the 2. Lola Brigida and Huli Jing going forward. Bo Baron, Maitresse, Seattle City behind the line. So with 6 scratchings, we're left with a field of 14 to travel the 1,700 metres. Irish Rhapsody's open to plenty of improvement. Had excuses there last start. I thought Maitresse, despite the wide gate, shades go on, might press forward and show something. It's only about 3 or 4 out of line now. Princess Sharon keeps on running placings. And out to the longer trip today will help it after it was freshened between its second last and last runs. The starters on his platform, and the last one, Maitresse, goes in, and we're set. Field of 14, late scratching the 2. This is the second from Sale. The lights on, flashing away, they're off. Lots of money stayed in the gates and missed it by 2 lengths. Seattle City goes back with it. Bow and Beauty began quickly with Princess Sharon. Maitresse from the deeps working across. Bo Baron runs 4th. Clear Dominance 5th the fence. Lola Brigida is next, and then Irish Rhapsody out wide, trying to get into a good position. Next is Jumbo Jet Miss along the inside of the last Symphony, Huli Jing, and then followed by Sentimental Journey, who's 4th last from Regal Czar, Seattle City, and Lots of Money is last. So on sorting their order out after about 400 metres, it's Princess Sharon the leader, heading into the back straight from Maitresse 2 lengths away, and Bow and Beauty box seats in 3rd. Clear Dominance is running 4th. Jumbo Jet Miss is 5th on the inside, and then came in behind Bo Baron, who covers up Lola Brigida. Huli Jing, Irish Rhapsody are next midfield, and then Sentimental Journey from the last Symphony. Getting back Seattle City with Regal Czar, and back last is Lots of Money. So with 800 metres left to go, Princess Sharon, one of the favourites, heads down the side for Pegas, leading 2 lengths on Maitresse and Bow and Beauty 3rd. Clear Dominance runs in 4th, and Jumbo Jet Miss from Lola Brigida now pushing through in the centre. And going out 4 wide is Bo Baron, now starting to cover extra ground. Next is Irish Rhapsody being stoked up along the inside, Huli Jing. Then the Sentimental Journey from Seattle City, Regal Czar, the last Symphony, and Lots of Money. But it's Princess Sharon travelling okay into the straight, has a few lengths still to spare. 3 lengths on Bow and Beauty now out. Huli Jing's made up some good ground through the field. Then Jumbo Jet Miss, and the rest headed down the outside by Irish Rhapsody. It's Princess Sharon now starting to tire. Quickly, Huli Jing goes up on the outside. Bowen Beauty in the centre pushes through, but it's Huli Jing taking the front, and Huli Jing takes out the second by 3/4. Bowen Beauty. Third, Princess Sharon. Sentimental Journey ran on for fourth. Jumbo Jet Miss Irish Rhapsody, and then Lola Brigida, Seattle City Regal Zar, Mate Tress, Lots of Money, and then clear dominance towards the end. Bo Barron, and the Last Symphony was one of the last to clock over.
It's paid big on the tape, this thing. $21.60 New South Wales, $14.30 on Super Tab and $12.70 on Unitab. In the race, it really had no chance at a couple of its runs, this prep, and shown enough and looked well enough to say that it could win. And it's got out to a big price on track. I think it was about $15 into 11. 11 the starting price after the deductions. So you've done much better on the TAB. It was always going to be strong at the death. Been crying out for a big track, 1,700 metres dry ground and a bit of speed on so it can get to the post. Got that today and has proven too good for its rivals. Bowen Beauty had a soft run with it, back on the inside. Princess Sharon took off fairly early coming around the bend, was always going to be a sitting duck the last 100 metres. Just as you thought you were a chance, you could see at about the 150 that it was a real big chance of getting run down. Officially fourth going to Sentimental Journey, the other horse that we mentioned from the yard that looked well. It's got home into fourth spot. So 19, 10, 16 and 9. And with the scratching of Desert Bunny, that horse has started at a ridiculous price, Huli Jing. Big overs. Colin Little out here today. Cole's come along for this particular horse. Is by Foxhound out of an Unbridled Song Mare and Unbridled Secret. Has a pedigree, nice pedigree to get over more ground. Michelle Payne winning rider and has done the job and done the job well. Cole's coming past, so we're gonna grab Cole. Come on through, Cole. We'll have a bit of a chat in here, old son. Dry track today, Cole. Bit of pace on, right track, bit of speed, get back, run on. Good scenario?
Well, Michelle thought it didn't have much luck at Warrnambool. I was actually watching the other runner I had at Warrnambool. I was in shock when it won, but a beautiful ride. Look, you wouldn't see Dee Oliver ride one better than that. So she gave it every possible hope, and it was good enough.
Your opinion when the horse first started out with you, did you think it was a long-term proposition, just take a little bit of time on the breeding side of it?
It's always been a little small, so it did take a bit of time, and I trained her mother. An Australian that lives in Hong Kong owns her and bred her, so he'd be very happy. Don't know how she'll go, whether she'll get to town, but anyway, she's broken a maiden, so maybe a little bit more ground might help it.
Okay, now TV and viewers would love an update on El Segundo. Where are we at, Cole?
Well, he's still in the paddock. Around about 1st of June, he would start some work on water machine, walking in water, for about 8 weeks, and he'd come back to me. And we're hopeful of getting him back again for spring.
And his weight?
I haven't seen him for some time, but he doesn't get too big. He's always a little bit of problem keeping the weight on, so it's a minor consideration. Soundness is, the major consideration, but is it well documented he had a tendon problem, but we didn't have any problem at all with the tendon last preparation.
What about Queensland? Have you got anything worth taking up there?
Not really. We gave some consideration to taking Iska Karim up there, but he's having a bit of a break, and old horse Ruby John had a bit of a setback, and he's going to stay in Melbourne for winter, and Blue Tigeroo's out in the paddock, so no, we've lost most of them.
Okay, Cole, well, you never know, there might be one just around the corner for you.
Thanks.
There he is, Colin Little, terrific trainer from Caulfield, gets the job done, gives Michelle Payne a good rap for a delightful ride there, and the horse was much too good for them. It certainly was the horse that went under the radar going into this very weak race. Had little luck at Warrnambool last time out on an affected track, was looking for a bit of pace, patient ride back off speed, and also dry ground. Got that today, and really from the 250 metres mark, I think if you were on, it was always going to mow down the leaders, and has been able to come away and win it well. Desert Bunny coming out really changed the market, so the TAB usually when that happens is the place to be. Bowen Beauty tried a hard out, was given a nice ride on the fence all of the way for Ben Mellum, and the third horse led them up. There's a win around the corner for Princess Sharon. Now Michelle Payne comes back. Michelle, Colin gave you the 10 out of 10 ride there, and things panned out pretty well for you.
Yeah, they did. They panned out perfect from the barrier. Just happy to ride her midfield, and she found the fence and settled really well on the slow tempo, and when they quickened up, she was getting the runs on the inside and ready to pounce, so she did a good job.
Coming around the bend, Mark went for home pretty early on the leader after having a good run in front. Whereabouts did you think you'd be able to grab them?
I thought from the top of the straight, with the run I'd had and the run through I got, I'd be really hard to beat. I know he kicked away, but still done that little bit of work early, whereas I'd been resting. So I was quite confident of picking him up, and I'm glad she did.
Good on you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Michelle Payne joining us there, winning the second race on the card with Huli Jing by Foxhound out of Unbridled Song mare. Now, most of those Unbridled Song, they don't really come good till they're about 4 years of age, so this filly's probably going to be a bit tougher and a bit stronger and mentally stronger and physically stronger next preparation. But she's been able to do the job well for us there, Frank, in race number 2.